This week we begin our new series, and these three remain, from 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verses 1 to 13, and it finishes with Paul saying, and now these three remain: faith, hope and love. And today we're thinking about faith. All of our lives are kind of like a pathway. Sometimes there are cracks in it, really deep cracks that we can never get past. Sometimes the pathway seems straightforward and really relatively simple. And sometimes we feel like others are encroaching on the path of life and making it feel cramped, dirty, out of our control. Sometimes there are bends up ahead that we can't quite see how we get round. The pathway of life can be straightforward and it can be blimmin' difficult. Jesus invites us to put our faith in him. Pistis, that's the Greek word for faith in the New Testament. It's used 142 times by Paul. And it's a dynamic word. It means I know about God, and it means that I believe in this God, and it means that I trust in this God. It's an active thing. It's not just knowledge, knowing verses in the Bible and all that kind of stuff, which is really helpful. It's not just saying, Jesus, I accept you into my life. It's also saying, Jesus, I want to journey with you through my life. Faith is believing that Jesus broke down the barrier so that we could say, God, I'm sorry for the things I've done wrong, and we could have a relationship with God that never ends. Faith, the final frontier, maybe. Faith, the foundation on which our Christian life is built. Faith, saying, I haven't earned this, I can't earn this relationship with God, I don't merit this relationship with God, it is a gift that is given to me through faith. That's the foundation on our pathway of life. Whether we go to the left or the right, or we end up going backwards, whatever it may be. But let's not forget that in the book of James, chapter 2, James wrote that faith without deeds is dead. He's not saying that the deeds earn us a relationship with God, or the deeds keep us in a relationship with God. What he's simply saying is, if you place your faith in Jesus, it will change the way you live your life. You may not be perfect, well, you won't be perfect, but you will look more like Jesus day on day, day on day. So as we walk this pathway of life, with all the difficulties that we may face, with all the joys that are splattered across our pathway, let's see our deeds not as the foundation of our faith, but as the building blocks upon it. So that folk in the world will think, you know, that Jesus is worth looking into. Because the way those people that follow him live their lives makes me think that there's something about him that is true, that is wholesome, that is beneficial. Friends, we're coming up to a massive roundabout as a nation now. As we come out of these lockdowns and life comes to the next normal, and in the busyness of all the choices we have to make, let's make sure that we place our faith in Jesus, that we are rooted on the foundation of his love and his saving action for us. And out of that, let's see how we can live for him. Till next week, take care.